So with Vucevic on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Robinson, DeRozan out there with Wade. Then it's Elton Brand, and it's McDaniel at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, the small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Stolen by Robinson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's McDaniel. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Robinson pulls it in. To the paint. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Middleton. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss. Here's McDaniel. Out to Wade. Brand outside. There's a screen by Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's Holiday. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Plays mature and under control. Holiday doesn't need the flashy plays. He's very comfortable with that mid-range.
Robinson down low. Giannis is there. Robinson misses. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's a... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill. And there's the youth, Wade jumping out of the gym.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And the foul on Elton Brand. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Holiday. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Butler driving inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. On the wing, Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Kick out to Giannis. From outside, off the mark. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the game. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Holiday surveying the floor. Giannis inside. Jackson Davis defending. Here's Giannis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Milwaukee trails by 3. And to Kumbo. Giannis dunks it down.
I don't know that anyone covers as much ground in 1 or 2 strides as Giannis.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Chris Middleton. Philadelphia also making some changes. McDaniels checked in for Vucevic. DeRozan comes in for Austin Reeves. And Maxey subbed in for Paul. Now here's Giannis. He's got 6. Connaughton with a screen on Maxey. Maxey against Holiday. Some solid defense from Maxey. And he lobs it up toward the rim, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Here's Holiday. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Connaughton finds Giannis. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's McDaniel. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Philadelphia leading by 7. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Nowitzki. Tyrese Maxey out there with DeRozan. Then it's Robinson, and it's Petrovic in at the 3 slot. Holiday against DeRozan, and Holiday throws it down.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
And Robinson throws it down.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And here is Teague. Portis' screen on Maxey. And stolen by Nowitzki. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And the dunk by Robinson.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan. And this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Teague. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Back to DeRozan. And there's the drive. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Bucks shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, Teague. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a three-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. Timeout. He is a pro's pro.
Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Philadelphia, Butler, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Austin Reeves in for Maxey. And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Robinson. Brand comes in for Nowitzki. And McDaniel has subbed in for Petrovic. From deep onto the Kumbo. Rebounded by Vucevic. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Brand. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Not the tallest or most athletic big, but Brand using the smarts to get to the line. He can beat you with his mind.
Wade, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Elton Brand drops them both. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. There's Portis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that
the previous play is
wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Robinson's checked in for Vucevic, and it's Paul in for McDaniel. And he makes the first. And Philadelphia making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in. And Portis drains both of them. Philadelphia leading by 8. Pass to Jackson Davis. Kicks it out to Paul. Over Holiday. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside Portis. And here's Tucker. Outside Holiday. Portis sets the pick for Holiday. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Butler. And stolen by Portis. Here's Giannis. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
And when Giannis is hitting that midi, best of luck. He truly becomes unguardable. Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Teague comes in for Drew Holiday. Philadelphia also making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Robinson. And Brand subbed in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Teague, the pass to Middleton, over Butler. Middleton can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 6. To the middle, here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Tipped away and taken away by Paul. Oh, Vucevic in position.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Philadelphia.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. Milwaukee trails by 7. Middleton outside. 59 seconds left in the first half. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. A wide open look here for Lopez. It's good from long range. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Vucevic kicks to Maxey. Brand sets a screen for Maxey. Back to Vucevic. And the rejection by Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Bounce pass Middleton. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Brand. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And fantastic work from Brand. You see how polished and comfortable he is inside.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 11 points in the game. Lopez a screen on Brand. Lets it go from 14. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Good if it goes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. At the guard positions, Holiday and DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Paul against Holiday. Paul passes to Brand. Robinson sets a screen for Brand. Hands it from downtown. Brand's got 9.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Giannis outside. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
A wide open look here for DeRozan. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Holiday the pass to Lopez. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. It's DeRozan with the drive.
Watch out now. When DeRozan is moving like this towards the hoop, you're in for a show.
DeRozan's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Maxey's checked in for Paul. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Out to the wing. Robinson against Lopez. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Releases. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He has 5.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Giannis charging into the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on DeRozan.
And attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
Free throw good. Giannis.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they've performed at the line.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Robinson. Nowitzki comes in for Elton Brand. Petrovic is checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Austin Reeves in for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Milwaukee trails by 7. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Here's Lopez. Now here's Middleton. 5 on the clock. From downtown, it's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. Philadelphia leading by 7. Reeves into the lane, and it's blocked, and they'll get another chance. Nowitzki outside. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Jackson-Davis. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Out left to the wing. This one for three. And that one's good by Petrovic. Petrovic has got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia. Giannis outside. Back to Holiday. Connaughton with the screen on Nowitzki. And to Tacumbo. Some solid D from Nowitzki. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Stolen by Wade. It's 2-on-1. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the rejection by Giannis. Stolen by Holiday. For Milwaukee, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Free throw good. Giannis. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Chris Middleton. Milwaukee trails by 9. Holiday dishes to Giannis. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo has gone 4 of 12 shooting from the floor. Only 33%.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Connaughton against Reeves. Rejected by Nowitzki. Inside. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Petrovic, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Reeves in at the 2 guard. Some changes for Philadelphia.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Butler in the corner. Butler gets a step. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Butler is a warrior out there. Doesn't give up on the drive, even when he's getting bodied.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Portis is screen on Brand. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Rebounded by Brand.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Ball against T. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
And what I appreciate about Butler is how tough he is. This guy welcomes going into contact while shooting.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Philadelphia?
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And all you you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo.
And defensively, that's the kind of energy you want to see from DeRozan as he comes away with that denial.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Giannis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
And that one falls for Brand. Both good from the line that time. Milwaukee trails by 11. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And DeRozan kicks to Brand. Robinson a screen on DiVincenzo. No good from Brand.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's DeRozan. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Here's Paul. And finished off by Paul.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
First one falls for him.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
And so Butler nails both of them. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He knows every possession is critical now. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
Some changes for Philadelphia. McDaniels checked in for Butler. Austin Reeves comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Maxey subbed in for Chris Paul.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
And they recover it. Brand sets a screen for Reeves. That's good on the jump shot. Reeves has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
Philadelphia with the ball. Brand outside. Robinson sets a screen for Brand. With the shot. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Out to Brand. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Reeves outside. Maxey looking it over. Driving the lane. Here's Robinson. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Elton Brand. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. So with Peyton on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Thompson is out there with Curry. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then it's Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And for Philadelphia, they've got Robinson. DeRozan out there with Wade. Then it's Roy. And it's James in at the 4 spot. And it's Philadelphia to start out. It's Roy on the wing. There's the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
Curry's shot is off. DeRozan against Thompson. And DeRozan kicks to Robinson. Outside Roy. Robinson sets a screen for Roy. Wants to get it to Robinson and does.
Timing important when you're doing the alley-oop dunk now, and David Robinson, perfect in timing his leap.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
LeBron outside. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's the Warriors' ball. Now here's Curry. Wiggins outside. Back to Curry. Outside Green. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Offline with his 3. Green against Roy. Over Green. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Roy's got 5.
This guy is a threat from all 3 levels. That time, Roy put the mid-range.
Here's Curry with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Roy against Wiggins. LeBron sets the screen for Wade. Floats it up for James. That shot off. Green finds Curry.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good by Curry. Some changes for Philadelphia. Vucevic checked in for Robinson, and Brand subbed in for LeBron. And both free throws good for Curry.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Roy. Brand passes to Roy. Sweet little floater. 7 points in the game.
Graceful shot by Roy, making it hard for the defense with the floater.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 4.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Brand outside. Outside Roy. Brand, a screen on Wiggins. Roy from outside, and it's Looney with the rebound. Down low, and taken away by Roy. It's stolen by Curry. Green deciding where to go with it. Curry passes to Looney. A floater. Great D that time from Vucevic. And so here is Philadelphia. And DeRozan. Here we go. Can't throw it down with one hand. Vucevic against Curry. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. Yes, that goes in.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Here's Brand. Wade outside. Shoots. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And here's Curry. He has 7. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. McDaniels checked in for Roy. Butler comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Davis is subbed in for Wade. Different look here for the Warriors. Kuminga's come in for Looney. Payton comes in for Wiggins. Damian Lee is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry. Kuminga, screen on Davis. And here's Poole for 3. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Miller comes in for Green. And Curry subbed in for Lee. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Payton. And the Warriors miss again. And so here is Philadelphia. Here's Davis. Vucevic trying to get open. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga down low. He's against Brand. Butler on the way. Takes a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Seems to me like Butler is just always in rhythm and under control. His next shot is never far away.
To the inside. And Kuminga throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going.
The previous play is under.
He beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Queuing up the footage for the officials.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Philadelphia ahead, up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Curry is out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Miller, and it's Payton in at the 3, the small forward.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Nowitzki. And Nowitzki slams it in.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Trailing by 2. Curry against Paul. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Miller kicks to Kuminga. Shot clock at 5. Here's Payton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Philadelphia.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. And Kuminga throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Here's James. The shot's good. Roy making the play. James has got his first 2 points.
In production, one of the things James does best, he's so skilled at finding shots for himself.
Poole, no good. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Miller finds Kuminga. Outside Curry. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Timeout.
Curry's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Then for the Warriors, Kevon Looney comes in for Miller. And it's Thompson in for Gary Payton. Wade misses.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And there's Poole on the assist by Thompson. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
Curry fires from way outside. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors leading by 4. Poole the pass to Curry. Now Kuminga. Shot from the top of the key. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
It's pretty clear that DeMar DeRozan is an outstanding athlete. He can outrun you, he might outwork you, and he's able to be everywhere on the floor, and he does it with kind of unique grace and finesse.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Curry. Butler with the steal. Down low, here's Jackson Davis. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Wiggins. Great D that time from Brand. Philadelphia trails by 4. Back to Jackson Davis, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never. Throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Thompson outside. 1:05 left in the second quarter. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And the wide open shot from Green. They get it back. Philadelphia with the ball. Butler kicks to DeRozan. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler against Thompson. There's the pick. Green dishes to Thompson. Back to Green. 5 on the clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
Here's Wade. To the right side. Takes the 3. DeRozan surveying the D. Outside Butler. Here's Brand. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Brand's got 5.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Philadelphia leads by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. You've got Brand, Wade out there with Roy. Then it's James. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, down low. Here's Thompson, still without a basket. Curry on the wing. Curry getting it done inside.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
That's good from Wade on the assist by LeBron. Wade's got his first basket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. The shot by Looney, no good. Philadelphia leading by 3. Wade, good. Wade's got 4 this. Quarter. And it's the Warriors ball. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. McDaniels checked in for Philadelphia. Green against James. LeBron with the block.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in, shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
Out to Wade. Stolen away. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Jackson Davis. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And whether it's for himself or others, D-Wade is constantly making things happen.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Thompson outside. Curry wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Philadelphia leading by 5. Tries the spin move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
LeBron deals with a ton of physical defense, and he dishes out some physical contact too. But that's why he works so hard on his body. I mean, you might foul him, but you're not going to push him around. No way, Jose.
And the Warriors making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. So it's the Warriors now. Curry buries the 3-shot.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
That one drops for him. Jackson Davis has got 4 this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Curry with it. 17 points in the game. Sinks the three-pointer.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on it.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Curry passes to Looney. .146 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Thompson with the jam.
An impressive athlete. I like seeing Thompson take it inside and drop the hammer.
And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Outside Curry. Roy with the block. Wade kicks to James. Back to Wade. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 6 points.
And he'll free up more space for himself on the perimeter with buckets like that. Wade smart to get to work inside.
Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Green. Here's Curry. McDaniel grabs the miss. Tries it from 19. Roy from outside. Yes, and it's LeBron. Picking up the assist. Roy's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia. Wade against Curry. Again, Curry missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Count it. Good.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Curry, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
James can't get it to fall. Thompson surveying the floor. Off target on the 15-footer. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Paul with the three, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Philadelphia. 6-point lead, setting the floor for the Warriors. Payton is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Curry. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Miller in at the 5. Robinson's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Miller outside. Payton against Butler. Payton passes to Poole. Miller sets a screen for Poole. Off target with his 3. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Brand. Pass to Robinson. And here's DeRozan. Guarded by Poole. A 3-ball. Warriors with the rebound. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Curry. A 3-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Pulls it from the elbow. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Poole.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage. A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Miller. Green comes in for Kuminga. Wiggins is checked in for Payton. And it's Klay Thompson in for Jordan Poole. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Wiggins outside. There's Green with the three. Drops in the tray.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And slam dunk by Butler.
You know, that's just simple. Outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And it's a 10-point Philadelphia lead. Butler's gotten all three of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Curry can't get it to go. And now Philadelphia on the break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And all you have to do is throw the ball in Butler's direction, and he'll handle the rest for you, believe me. Fantastic at finishing on the alley-oops.
Butler's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. On its way from Curry for 2. They can't stop the run with that one. Butler in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Green against DeRozan. Thompson outside. From the arc. And Elton Brand pulls it down. Brand's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The kick outside to Butler. Outside DeRozan. Brand sets a screen for DeRozan. Over Thompson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. DeRozan's got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Outside Curry. Ball's knocked loose. Thompson passes to Curry. Here's the three. Connects from three-point range. Timeout. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Some changes for Philadelphia. James checked in for Brand. Roy comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Davis in for Chris Paul. Outside Roy. Pass to Butler. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And Philadelphia leads by 13.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Curry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
Paul's checked in for Davis. And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Paul. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Launches a 3. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10.
There's always a spot for a guy like Draymond Green on your side. An incredible defender. He's unselfish offensively and a highly skilled passer.
Pass to Butler. Poked loose. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee. Here's Butler, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Butler finds Robinson. Back to Butler. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. A 3.
Hey, there's never a good time to slip up like that, but especially with the game still hanging in the balance.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
So Philadelphia wins it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Brandon Roy.